I started playing piano at a really young age, and I also started writing songs at a really young age too. They weren't any good, but eventually they got better. And like we all do. And it was in that beginning place that I dreamed of people knowing that music, knowing those songs, singing those words, singing those lyrics. So I think it was kind of more on that side, that was kind of the dream, that people would actually know what I created.
Just as a layperson looking at the music industry, somebody said to me back in the day, you would try to get a record deal, then you would go on tour and you would get heavy radio play. That was a key to success. And now people buy their music so differently that it seems artists today have to come up with different strategies.
It's a must. It's an absolute must. And I think that it's actually a really exciting time for music now.
You do?
Yeah, oh, absolutely.
I don't know, Alicia, because this is when I went to go get Girl on Fire, which, by the way, won the Grammy. I'll bet many of you voted for her this year.
Thank you.
For this one Grammy for Best R&B. I had to go to 3 different places because I still like getting the CD and reading the liner notes.
I know what you mean.
I still like how it feels and reading it and picking it apart, but now people get it in many different ways, so you have to be creative.
Definitely. I mean, you know, like when I first signed, there was nothing in between the artist and the consumer. You know, there wasn't really much in between. There wasn't, you know, Pandora's or iTunes or Spotify's or Beats or streaming services or whatever the case, you know. So it was definitely, it was, I guess, just simpler. You know, it was simpler. And it was already more complex when I first got signed than, you know, when a Marvin Gaye or a Michael Jackson was doing their thing, which I think has definitely evolved the way that people even just ingest the artists themselves. The fact that we can kind of I can do one show and the show is out the next day before it's even gotten to your city, and you're kind of like, oh, okay, well, that's kind of what the show's gonna be like. Whereas you didn't have a chance to, an opportunity to do that in the past. But with all that said, it does create a lot of middlemen that do in some ways get in the way, and in other ways it also creates these beautiful outlets and opportunities to do things in ways that are new and thoughtful and unique. And the other thing that I'm also really, you know, on a mission for, my latest mission, is, you know, really creating and being a part of advocating for the right type of fair compensation for artists, songwriters, and producers. You know, because the more I learn about it and the more I think about it, I mean, it's just been like these endless number of years that things have remained the same. When you hear things like certain ridiculous penny rates, which I don't even know why we even are paid on a penny rate at all, you know, but when you think that those things have happened since like 1909, you're like, what? I mean, it's been that long, so it's definitely time for a lot of change, and it's time for like rethinking about how the entire business is working, because it's a new business, it's a new time, and I believe that it gives us the opportunity as the content creators. You know, we deserve to own our content, and we definitely, at least, if we're not going to own our content, we at least deserve to be paid fairly for our content. So that's a big deal.